Caroline from CarolineVencil.com here. I am here today to help you make more money from your blog and business. I got some questions from my members and I figured I would share the answers with you. So let's go. How many freebies should you have versus items that you sell? This is such a loaded question, but I'm going to do my best to answer it, I promise. Okay, so how many freebies should you have? Honestly, you should at least have one. That's my big thing. I'm not a big fan. I'm not in the niche where I like to even recommend to people, like, make a freebie for each one of your posts. I think that that's overkill. I think that that's so much work. And I don't want anybody to feel like they have to do that at all. I do think that there are certain niches where having a resource library where you can point people, where you can have a new freebie, but you don't have to set up a form for each freebie and you're just sending everybody to a resource library that's continuing to grow. I think that that could be beneficial for certain niches like DIY, crafting, homeschooling, organization, things like that might be helpful. But in my niche, the more that I'm inside of my niche and like talking to more people who are doing exceptionally well, the more that I realize that having just one or two opt-ins is actually a viable option. And reason being isn't necessarily just because like that's the nice, easy way to do it. But it's also because of the fact that it's like, if I know that my perfect people are going to sign up for this webinar, this checklist, this free training, I only want the people who are really invested in this, who are ready to take this step. If I know that that's where my funnel is going, or step ladder is going, I know that I only want people who are ready for this one freebie. And that one freebie will be the catalyst that takes them directly up here. There's no fancy footwork that I have to do to convince them that they are ready for this next step, because the freebie itself is already pointing them in that direction. So, do I think that there's like a number of freebies that you should have versus like items that you should sell? Not particularly. I think that this is also like an important thing to note is there are a lot of different schools of thought when it comes to how many different products that you should have as well. I don't know where I stand on that. I have a shop that is absolutely packed with stuff. I keep adding things to it. But as far as like my course load goes, I've not made a new course in a while. But I do have people constantly signing up for my memberships, my groups, my coaching, like all of that stuff. I don't think that there's like a direct correlation between how many freebies that you have versus how many products that you have. I know plenty of people who only have one product, that's it. And like they are making tons and tons and tons of money from that one product. I don't necessarily think that that's something that like you need to have X number of products in order to succeed. I don't believe in that. I think that it all comes back to you, your knowledge of your audience, and what kind of a business model do you want? If you want your Shopify store to be like your bread and butter, you're going to need to have more than one product to offer people. If you only want to have one product to offer to people, then that changes the game a little bit. It changes the name of the game a little bit. You're going to have fewer freebies because you only have one product offering that you want to funnel everybody into. So it does kind of have something for you to kind of keep in mind about, like, do this assessment for yourself. What kind of a business do you want to have? What kind of a business model do you want to have? And then build back from there. So I don't think that having like 100 opt-ins means that you need to have 500 products. I don't see a correlation to that, but it is something that you can keep in mind is, how do you want your business to look? What do you want it to look like? What do you want your days to look like? Do you want to have one day a week where you're adding something new to the shop, or some things to the shop, or making a new course, or whatever it is? I know plenty of people who are successful with one product. I know people who have huge shops and are really successful. I know people who have like 800 different course offerings and are very successful. So I don't necessarily think that there's like a right or a wrong way to do things. It all comes back to you. What kind of a business model do you want? You need to answer that question for yourself before you go saying, I need to have 800 products if I want to be successful. No. Do you want to do shop, or do you want to do small courses? Do you want to do coaching? Do you want to do one-on-one stuff? Do you want to do a membership? Do you want to do a big course? It all comes back to how you want your business to look. And that's kind of the, this is my cop out of saying, like, however you want to run your business, that's the best way to run it. But honestly, that's the real answer. Just being honest on that one. All right, I hope that helped you so much. And if you liked this video, make sure that you like it. Ask your questions in the comments. Let me know what you think. Make sure that you subscribe for more information and blog-related topics to help you make more money from your blog and from your online business. All right, guys, take care. See you next time. Bye.